Yay!
My favorite Ocarina of Time character.
My favorite character.
My favorite character.
I'm gonna have to say Saria because fun-loving, hyper-friendly.
Darune, King of the Gorons. Mainly just because I think he looks really cool. Also the dance he does to the theme to the Lost Woods. What a hot beat, he says. Just hilarious.
The guy in the windmill who teaches you the Song of Storms.
My favorite character is Epona because, first of all, it is a challenge to get friends with her and to get her away from that farm. And second, you have many friends in the game, but she is one who follows you, and she doesn't say, "Hey, listen," all the time like Nevi does.
My favorite Ocarina of Time character was probably the fairy. The one that follows you around. Because if you didn't have the fairy, you'd pretty much be screwed.
Favorite character? Well, they're all great, but I like the little random desert chicks that run around out there. I mean, they're stupid. It's just women, and they have spears. It's kind of cool.
Probably Ganondorf because, I don't know, just the way he looks. Like, he looks really evil. He's the main villain in the story, and his voice sounds awesome.
Ganon, because just look at his picture. It's the only picture I find that was awesome enough for this awesome thing. So cool.
My favourite character of the game was the cow you get given after you do the race in Long Long Ranch. Nothing like a cow in your house, I can tell you that.
Absolute favorite would be Sheik.
Sheik is awesome. I was Sheik 1 year from
He was just the coolest character in the whole game, and the whole shinobi mystery thing going on around him. I was kind of disappointed when I found out who he really was.
Zelda, okay? Because I really do like Zelda. My favorite Ocarina of Time character, of course, is Link.
Link.
Link, duh.
For one, he's a silent hero, but although he's silent, he does all the talking through his sword.
He's the main character in the game. He's the hero of time. He's got the Master Sword, the Ocarina of Time, all this awesome items. Outside the scariest bad guy was Blogag, the fire dragon from the Death Mountain.
The person I think is the most scary in Ocarina of Time, that's to be Darkling, because he's your character. He's everything that's bad about you. What's scarier than yourself? I mean, look at it. He embodies terror.
I would have to say is Morpha from the Water Temple. Just, ew, watery tentacles. Nasty.
Considering I first played it when I was really little, I'd have to say Phantom Ganon, because when his head just like disappears, that was just like the scariest thing for me.
I originally thought it was Ganondorf, but he took off his whatever, and the skeleton was there, that scared the crap out of me.
Never knew where that guy was coming from, what with all the painting and such. It was really creepy.
I'd say Roma from the Water
Temple.
I would have to say the scariest enemy would have to be the light bugs. I hate them. They remind me of maggots.
The twin witches, forget their names, but they are ugly.
I would have to say Bongo Bongo from the Shadow Temple, because he was just 2 hands and face.
He's a headless torso, and he's whacking drums so that you can't fight him properly.
Bongo Bongo. The first time I fell in that, and you see it, and the hands start going out, I thought I was going to be in that room for the rest of my life trying to finish that. I mean, honestly.
Wall masters.
Hands that fall from the ceiling in the Shadow Temple, because those hands were always really, really hard to avoid, and at that young age they always scared me, and I would scream whenever they came down.
They come out of nowhere and just
fall on you and take you away.
Walk into a room and it gives you the scary warning message and you're just like, crap. Get in there, see that shadow come in, you start running and panicking, running all over the place. Oh, yeah. Wallmaster scared the crap out of me.
Re-Deads.
Re-Deads?
Re-Deads. The Re-Deads. Oh.
You're traumatized about Re-Deads, aren't you?
Yes.
The first time I saw one, the scream scared the crap out of me. It was late and it's just, they were playing scary.
Everything just freezes. You can't move.
I first played it when I was really young, and this thing scarred me for life.
Probably inside the belly of that big fish thing.
Inside Jabba Jabba's belly. I was a kid at the time, and it was just really hard to find my way throughout his friggin' system.
The Donga's Cavern.
Yeah. I couldn't quite get the stairs down with all the bombs around it. I worked out that you obviously had to make the bombs go off, but I couldn't get them to go off simultaneously, you know, one after another. I couldn't do it.
Forest Temple was the hardest for me, because when I was a kid, that creepy music really creeped me out. I was like 9, and it took me an embarrassing 3 months to pass that.
The Shadow Temple, because believe it or not, it scared me so much that I actually had to stop playing the game for a few months.
Obviously, back then. No, obviously, Water Temple.
Water Temple.
Water Temple.
The Water Temple. They created it to blow up your brain. And that's not cool.
The Water Temple takes 3 hours to complete, 5 minutes of which is the boss.
It's the only temple where you have to go back and change the water level to access different parts of the temple.
This is what the Water Temple looks like when you first get in here. You have to climb all the way down here and lower the water level. And then you climb all the way back up here and raise the water level. And then you have to climb all the way back up here and raise the water level and explore a bit.
So for whatever reason, you always miss a room where there's a key. With all the other temples, you know where the keys are. You kill a bad guy, you search a room, you get a key. In the Water Temple, oh no, there's always some hidden room with some hidden key that you forgot because you changed the water level too soon. You gotta keep doing it over and over again. It drives you crazy.
Magic beans. No, I'm kidding.
What weapon and tool was the coolest? The Master Sword.
Din's fire, most likely. That's just cool. There's nothing better than freaking punching the ground and a big fireball engulfs you.
Megaton hammer, because that was very strong weapon and it destroys everything.
And I like the big Goron sword. Huge thing, can devastate enemies in a few hits.
The Deku shield. No, not really.
Tool I like the best with the boomerang. You throw it, goes around,
and bring stuff back towards you. And you can go around walls, unlike the hook shot.
I like hook shot. Yeah, that's really cool from happening.
I thought the hook shot was the coolest weapon in the game. You can't really argue with the chain thingy that shoots out and latches you onto things.
The launch shot was the most convenient thing in the world. I mean, you know, like instead of seeing the temple up there and then having to go all the way through the temple and get to that particular high spot that you wanted to get to, no, you just took out the hook shot, you shot it, and then you were brought into it.
Sheik's theme.
Song of Storms. Oh yes.
Do 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 do.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut
I absolutely love the Requiem of Spirit.
I like it so much that I even put it on my phone.
Love this lullaby.
Lon Lon Ranch.
Too much to remember.
My most memorable moment is my first time playing. I beat the water temple without a guide.
Beating the water temple. The water temple was so hard. It's when I caught my first fish.
In Cacarico Village, if you hit one chicken enough, all the chickens get so angry at you that you have to exit the town or get in this huge tower. That was fun.
Definitely the first time I beat the first dungeon.
Pulling out the Master Sword for the first time.
The time skip was awesome. It was just so cool walking around seeing what all had changed in the whole 7-year jump thing.
When you discover that Sheik is actually Zelda. That was really shocking to us. A lot. My most memorable moment was probably when you rescue Zelda from the castle.
The last battle.
The moments before the final blow, that you give to Ganon, when Zelda finally throws you that sword and she's holding onto it with that light thingy, and that chorus is going, it's like really epic. I don't like to use the word epic, but I'm using it today. Epic.
When you defeat Ganon. Yeah, I already said that. When you defeat Ganon. Good gameplay. It was a difficult game. It wasn't easy. It had good graphics for that moment in time. Really good graphics for that time. I think it still does.
It had aspects of the two-dimensional games, but it was put into three-dimensional format. So it was, it was a really different experience. But I think that there was just so much interactivity, and so it was so unique for its time. Like, no one had ever done something like that.
This is just the perfect integration of storyline, gameplay, and graphics.
Storyline. I mean, I love the storyline. It's perfect. You can just play it over and over again. It doesn't get boring.
Definitely the music.
The use of the ocarina was really good. The ocarina, basically, because sometimes I would just play a song when I didn't feel like doing a quest for a while. I just played a couple songs with the ocarina.
I was 9 years old when Ocarina of Time came out, and I think all little girls my age had a crush on Link, I believe.
Link!
I think that the plot, the characters, how characters act, the dungeons, even the most annoying enemies made this game so great.
Sometimes an artist will make a piece and he puts all of his soul into it and it turns out or it doesn't turn out. And then sometimes you just trip over something and you get lucky and you end up with a mystique that no one really intended. And I think the Ocarina of Time has that.
Nintendo really made a masterpiece here. They covered it from all angles. Everything about the game was great, but specifically, I would say the story and atmosphere.
Basically, it's the romanticism of adventure. You're just this little guy in a village and nobody really cares about you, but then all of a sudden this fairy comes along and you're swept up into this amazing adventure, an epic adventure, and you're on this journey to save the world, and it's amazing.